Dermatology Institute. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
So let's talk about this. What in the world? You're comparing sunscreen to margarine. Why?
Why are they comparing it?
Yeah, what is the study? What's going on?
My professional opinion is it's not the new margarine. Sunscreen is definitely not the new margarine.
Oh, thank goodness.
So let's get that off the table.
Okay.
But what happened is, because there are some ingredients in sunscreen that are not good for us, like oxybenzone and other chemicals, Hawaii recently banned some sunscreens. And margarine is similar. It's a fake butter that was banned in 2015, but it took us 200 years to discover that margarine was actually really bad for us.
Interesting.
So the study's kind of trying to show us that maybe sunscreen is really bad for us. If Hawaii just banned it, maybe what we think is good for us is not good for us.
Okay, understood. So let's take it back a couple steps. So before we start saying, oh, we don't need sunscreen, which is crazy. Let's talk about the benefits, Doc, of sunscreen. What are the benefits?
Well, there's so many. First of all, it can prevent melanoma. The studies show that you can decrease your incidence of melanoma by 50%, which is huge because one person dies every hour of melanoma. Wow. It lowers the risk of other skin cancers by 40%. It can prevent premature aging, which for women it's huge, wrinkles, brown spots.
Absolutely.
And it also can just prevent a deforming scar from a surgery for skin cancer.
Okay. Is there anyone who is exempt? I mean, I've heard, even have friends, I even have family like, oh, I don't need sunscreen. Like I'm already, and no, and I'm just like every day I need to have like a moisturizer that's got like an SPF. So is there anyone who is exempt?
My professional opinion would be no.
Right.
And the American Academy of Dermatology also has a zero tolerance for sun exposure, but it's not really about sunscreen, it's about sun protection. So if you want to wear a big wide-brimmed hat, sunglasses, there's even pills now that it's a leucotomus plant. It can protect your DNA against the sun when you're out getting sun. And it's not just sunscreen, because a lot of sunscreens out there actually aren't good. So there is some truth to that margarine, but it's not all sunscreens.
Can you talk about that then? So what should we be looking out for? What's not good for you, and what should we choose?
So in simple terms, I would say there's two categories, chemical and physical sunscreens. Physical would be like mineral, zinc, which is that white pasty stuff that nobody likes.
Yes.
That's the stuff that we like. So zinc is allowed in Hawaii, and zinc is more broad spectrum, and you want it to be SPF 30 or higher. And you want it to be reapplied every 2 hours.
And that's for your body, is it for your face? Oh, this is for your face.
So body, I would say my personal preference is like a rash guard, a wide hat, sunglasses, because to have to apply cream every day, every 2 hours, it's really not practical.
Okay, so you're saying 30 or higher for your face, but mineral.
Mineral, exactly.
Okay, so we've got to read the back.
Correct.
Got to make sure. And then real quick, before I let you go, you say chemicals. So what should we look out for if we see certain chemicals? We should just leave it on the shelf.
Well, most sunscreens in the stores are chemical.
Okay.
So you really have to do research. You really have to study. But I think the reason this study came out with comparing margarine and that is they did a study in Sweden of 30,000 women, and they found that those who were sun worshippers versus the sun avoiders had twice the mortality as the sun worshippers. And that led to this study saying maybe sunscreen is bad for us.
Oh, I see.
But the problem is these studies are observational, and you can't really say this caused that, because from an observational study, for example, what if you're indoors but you're eating chips and donuts and watching TV?
Sure.
You're outdoors, you're exercising. So they made conclusions from studies that maybe they shouldn't have.
Okay. Bottom line, here's the deal. We live in San Diego. We're outside all the time. Put your sunscreen on, do some research. And Dr. Rullan, thank you so much for being here. I feel like we could talk about this for so long, but we don't have enough time. Well, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course.